these two are out of control. I have laundry that I need to put away. Actually, that's made for once. That's good. And I just have crazy doggos, yeah. I really need to write my poem. I did not write a poem yesterday. It is April 18th, which is Tuesday. It feels like a Wednesday. That's not good. I didn't write my poem yesterday. I honestly forgot and I didn't have time really. I was like so busy. I also did a lot of therapy yesterday. We had no internet, so like literally the only thing I could do was see clients. So I saw all my clients yesterday in the school that were available to me. And God, my brain was like, so I also had book club last night, so that took up quite some time, and we all just trashed a poetry book that we all hated, so it was bonding at least. But yeah, now I'm here. It's Tuesday. It's 7:50, so I haven't written my poem yet for today either. I'm very anxious. I woke up very anxious the last 2 days about my exam coming up. We are less than 6 days away. It's on Monday. I don't want to study. I do feel like I want to study because like there's a couple sections that I really want to brush up on, but like my brain is just like in freeze mode, so that's where we're at. That's how we're gonna start the vlog. Me just not doing anything at all except doom scrolling on TikTok. That's what I've been doing. I made a TikTok as well. There's no views on it, so I don't know if TikTok put me in prison or something, but like it's so strange. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I did get a vlog uploaded, so my vlog is going to be going out tomorrow on Wednesday. I made the thumbnail. I just have to like edit the description and stuff like that, but at least that's there. So I gotta write my poems. I have 2 poems I have to write. I have to finish my edit on the YouTube video, like all the description and things like that. I have to do the dishes. I should study, but I don't want to. And I read this somewhere about like, you know, making shoulds into wants, and like I should want to study, but I don't want to study. So I don't know. I might not tonight again. I might put it off till tomorrow. It's not a good thing on my part, but that's real life. So anyway, hi, welcome to a new week. I'm kind of stressed. 1, 2. Hi friends, it's me. It's Wednesday, April 19th, and I'm home from work. I scrolled a little bit on the social media. I took Suki outside, who's staring at me very weirdly right now. What are you staring at? You're so cute, though. And Arya's over there. Hi, Arya. She doesn't care either. So yeah, last night I really didn't say much. I wrote my 2 poems. I got really in my feels a little bit last night. It's not like I was like put into a mad mood or anything, but just reflecting on the topics that I wrote about in my poetry kind of hit me a little bit harder. I wrote one poem about people in my life who have abandoned me, particularly friends, and how that was like a repeated issue in my life and for seemingly no reason, or no reason that they gave me. So that just kind of hit me a little bit. And then I also wrote a poem about a place that I used to look as my safe place when I was a teenager, like the place that I would go to feel included and not alone, and how a lot of things have come out since then about the people there and how they are actual predators. I'm glad that justice is being served right now, but yeah, that just kind of sent me into a little bit of a headspace. So, you know, just it's kind of what my poetry is about this month, is just about hitting those hard things and healing. But God, wow, just a lot coming out of me. So I went to bed after that. I actually read a story in Apex Magazine's issue 136. I'll leave them linked down below. I'm actually thinking about submitting a short story to Apex Magazine, which is why I started reading them. But the story was really good. It was the first one in the issue. It's last month's issue, not this month's. So I'm just trying to catch up and read those as well. But yeah, I did that and then I went to bed. And then today I've definitely taken a little bit easier at work, which not necessarily what I should be doing, but I just focused on studying a little bit because I didn't study last night. I got into a spiral about studying and anxiety. But I will say that even though I'm anxious, I still know all the material. It's just like one of those things that happen where like you get so worked up about something, but you know it. So I'm hoping the test isn't that bad. I've had a few people say to me that like the test was easy and you know it, but most people I've ever heard is like you go into the test exam
everything is like mush in your brain and it looks like a foreign language and then you pass. Like that terrifies me, that concept. But like everything I've been studying and like any type of prep I've done, whether it's been like one website or another website or like the couple question practice tests that the actual licensing board gives, like I've gotten all of them right. So I know my shit, but it doesn't feel like I'm going to know it because of how everybody else talks about it. So I'm just more nervous about that, and I'm trying to like stop like letting people get in my head, even though that's not what they meant to do. So yeah. So it's Wednesday and I'm going to make a coffee and then write my poem of the day. I have to figure out what I'm going to do with dinner tonight because we don't have any HelloFresh meals left. We ate them all this week. I don't know if I'm going to make pasta or something easy, but I have to figure that out and write my poem. And I'm sitting in the living room because that's where I feel secure right now, is just sitting on my floor playing with the puppies. But yeah, so that's my check-in. Work is work this week. I'm more just anxious because of my test, but I feel like I'm going to close the week out strong and then enjoy my weekend because I have a massage this weekend, so I'm excited. So yeah. All right, I got to go make my coffee and then write my poem. So I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I'm so excited to get my massage. Hi, it is Saturday, April 22nd. I probably look like a hot mess. I am a bit of a hot mess mentally, but I actually got a massage today. It was gifted to me. Like the massage was already paid for by my friend and I cashed it in today knowing that my test is on Monday. They had no availability tomorrow, but I was like, as close to my test date I can get. I'm getting a massage in. So I did that earlier. My massage was at 11 and I wanted to like film things, but honestly, my brain is so fried. I've been having more test anxiety. I've not been sleeping well. I'm having stress dreams. I'm just so nervous and I need this test to be over with. I'm not doing well. So I'm amazed that I'm functioning in any capacity. When I think about it too much. But I think I mentioned this in my last vlog that I'm just going in that cycle where I'm putting off studying a lot and then I get anxious about not studying, but then I don't study anymore and it just keeps going around in a circle. So I've studied a lot, don't get me wrong. It's not like I don't really need to study, but there's a couple sections that I want to touch base on that I didn't get to in the book. And there are also the sections that aren't often large components of the test. Like the test really focuses a lot of times on career counseling, theories, and ethics. And I had ethics, but that's the one section that I definitely want to brush up on and read through because I haven't had it since like 2016. It's been quite some time. So I do want to do that tonight and a little bit of tomorrow, but I've just been in a weird headspace. But the massage was great. I just made myself a nice coffee and I felt like so fancy. I was like doing a little bit of that caramel syrup and then I did a little bit of like liquid syrup, then some creamer and then the coffee, and it's just amazing. My house is very messy and that usually happens when I'm stressed because I don't have the motivation to do anything. So I have like so many things, like my brain is going like a million miles per hour. I want to do a ton of things. I'm stressing out about everything and somehow I'm writing my poems every day. So I think when I checked in, what was this, on Tuesday? I think I wrote my 2 poems because I did miss Mondays. So I wrote Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays. It's Saturday. I have not written Saturday yet, but I'll just give you the titles of the poems that I wrote. So Wednesday, I wrote a poem called Shell, which is about people, like narcissists, essentially, like taking away your personhood. Then I wrote On the Radio on Thursday, and that was not a poem I expected to write. It's one of those things that are like less angry and more like it's nostalgic and sad, which I still think actually fits the whole general theme of what I've been writing about, but didn't expect to write about my grandmother's death. And that just kind of came out with the On the Radio prompt from Escape Roll, but I'm not mad at it. I like it. It's just sad. And then Friday made perfect sense for me. The prompt was an average day. And that is what I titled the poem, An Average Day. And I wrote like an average day when you have mental health, and basically just say it's how I've been feeling lately. So like, you know, waking up with anxiety and then doom scrolling on your phone and disassociating and then going to bed hoping that tomorrow's gonna be better. That was the whole poem. It's kind of like a here's my daily like life, but in a poetic form. So I do like the poem, but it's again just one of those things where it's like I don't want this to be my average day, but it is lately. So yeah, I definitely need to, I don't know, I need to go shower and stuff like that. Like I got a scalp massage as well. So there's like oils in my hair and I let them sit because they honestly smelled really nice. But I do need to go shower. I have a couple things that I want to get done today and we're going to see how it goes because I get distracted. But I need to finish laundry. I vacuumed my floors at least, but I do want to put a couple things away. Like things are just like piling up places that I want to just find homes for. Shower, of course. I would like to just go get ice cream maybe with my husband. I kind of want sushi and ice cream if I'm being honest. Like I want to go out and get sushi and ice cream. I don't know if he's going to go for that. He's not nearly as much of a lover of sushi as I am, but I love it. And maybe he'll do it because I have test stress. Use it to my advantage maybe. I have to write my poem. This is our book pick. If you watched my last vlog, I got this book and I have to read this by May 15th. And then I have an ARC that comes out on May 16th. So I want to read this one first because I think it'll be easy to get into. And then I want to read the other one because it's shorter. So I'm hoping to start with this and then of course study. So I'm sorry that this is again a messy vlog. My life is messy. I don't know what else to say, but thanks for sticking around. I'll have updates. This isn't going to be the end of the vlog, I promise. Hi friends, so I did my poem. I studied for a little bit. I ate sushi. I had wanted to go out to get sushi with my husband and that was the plan. Like we were going to go to the restaurant. They have sushi and hibachi. And then I was like, you can get, if my husband didn't want sushi, he could get the hibachi and then we could get ice cream afterwards. However, I had the thought of like checking their Facebook because sometimes their sushi chef isn't there. And I was like, let me go check. And then sure enough, they were closed today. I was so upset. So we ended up getting grocery store sushi, which to be honest isn't bad. It's just not as fresh as like getting it made right there at the place. And instead of going out for ice cream, I bought Ben & Jerry's and some pretzel snacks and some wine. So I think I'm gonna have a glass with Greg as we watch shows and just hang out for the rest of the night because I feel like I'm in a good spot. I pretty much have read through at least some of the sections on the exam or what would be on the exam. And I feel really good about most of them. So I think I'm just gonna be where I'm at. I don't think there's gonna be much else for me to do. So on that note, I'm gonna end for tonight and we're gonna have tomorrow, Sunday, where I have nothing planned and I'm just gonna go with the flow because Monday morning, that's test day. So I probably won't read much tonight, but if I do, it's probably gonna be Apex Magazine issue 136. That's what I'm currently reading. And it's just short stories. So I've been enjoying a couple of them so far. One was weird and wasn't my fave, but two I really liked. So we'll see where it goes, but I'll check in tomorrow. Hi friends, it's Monday morning, the 24th, and I'm sitting outside the test center. I can go in, I can get settled. I pretty much printed out the things I needed and I have my IDs and I'm nervous. You know, it just, no matter how much you study for something, especially when you have anxiety and test anxiety, you still feel like you're gonna fail. I've always passed standardized testing. I did my SATs to get into college. I did my GREs to get into grad school. Like, it's another test. But this is material that, like, I do know this time. It's not, like, you know what I mean? So I'm just, yeah. I didn't do my poem last night. I was a stress mess. And I'm just giving myself that leniency because I need to get this done. I can write as much as I fucking want after this is done, but I need to get this test done. So it's 7:30 in the morning. And it's time. I studied what I can study. I don't think even if I I studied a little bit, like I read like a couple pages today, but I just feel like at this point it's here. What else am I gonna remember? Or, you know, so. But yeah, so I'm gonna turn my phone off. I'm gonna go in because I can't bring it in anyway. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and I'm gonna wait until they let me start it, which I think they won't let you until 8 a.m. So, all right, well, wish me luck. Friends, it's me. I just gotta admire this beautiful drink real quick. That is a white chocolate mocha with caramel drizzle and vanilla sweet cream foam. That test was hell. I hated every second of it. And it didn't actually tell me if I passed, failed. Though with consulting with other people based on scores with the internet, for all intents and purposes, I believe I passed. It's just super stressful because it doesn't actually tell me pass, fail. It just tells me I've taken the exam and here are what I answered right and wrong. And not even like a detailed, it's just like a summary, like, oh, out of 10 questions in this category, you got 9 right. You know, so I'm very stressed. I'm very shaken. I will come back later when I am a little bit more coherent because I definitely sobbed when I didn't have a pass fail on my report because I was so stressed that meant I failed. So I'm going to go home. I'm going to get some lunch in me. I have not had anything to eat at all today other than coffee, and I'm getting another coffee. It's probably not great for me and my mental health, but that's what we're doing. Just reckless decisions today. So I'll check back in when I'm actually home. I'm like red in the face, I think. I'm a mess. So, all right, bye. Hi guys, it's me, and we're not as freaked out anymore. It is about 2:45 on Monday the 24th, and God, I just feel like I have lived about 17 lifetimes today. That test was a doozy. So obviously I had to get up at 8 a.m. Well, I had to get up to get to the place by 7:30 a.m. My test was scheduled for 8. So I slept terribly last night again for the 7th day in a row. And I think I woke up sometime between like the 2 o'clock hour. I think I woke up every single hour. And then finally, like, it was like 4:59. And I was like, well, alarm's going to go off in a minute. And then I just finally got up after 5 because I couldn't sleep and I didn't feel great about laying there either. So I got up and I did my normal things as if I was going to go to work. So it felt like a normal work day to begin with. But I actually had to leave like on time and not like get super close because instead of being like 5 minutes away from my work site, I was about a half-hour drive from my testing site. So I got that done. And then I did my quick check-in in the morning with my vlog and then took the test. And it took me almost the entire 4 hours of the exam window. I didn't start until about 8:30 after like getting processing, and they had to like check me in and they had to go through the whole procedure, like pat me down, make sure I didn't have cheating materials on me. So by the time I actually sat at the computer to take my test, it was almost 8:30. And then I think I got out right around noon. I don't exactly know. Like I definitely, it just felt very like my brain was fried, staring at a screen. And then I got my results page. So it just basically said like, here's the number out of what was needed to pass kind of deal, but it didn't actually say if I passed or failed, which is what sent me into a spiral. So I got to my car and I like reread the paper. It was 2 pages. I reread it and reread it and reread it. And then I like checked my friend when she had made her Facebook post. She had put the little thing that said like pass, fail. And I double checked because I'm like, did it say pass? And it did. So they changed like the system output since my friend took it. She just took it in August, so it hasn't been that long, but they changed the whole system. So my status, instead of saying pass, fail, was just taken. So I texted my friend that I was panicking, and then I called my husband and I talked to him and just started crying because then I was just so overwhelmed at that point. Like, did I fail? Did I pass? I don't know what anything means. And I was just like spiraling. So then I went back and I hung up with my husband. I went back in and just asked if that's how it was. And they just said, yeah, that's a lot of the tests just say taken. Like you might have to contact your board or just wait for the results to be mailed to you. And I guess that's what's going to happen. But my friend who had taken it beforehand in August got a lower score than I did in past, so I feel confident. I got 120 out of 160, so I passed. I'm pretty sure I passed. It just sucks not having like that official like document, or at least some kind of relief to say like, hey, you tentatively passed, because that's technically what the printout is supposed to be. Like, here's your tentative score, and then like everything will be officialized and mailed to you later. But it sucks because I have no idea. It could take up to 8 weeks now for it to be sent home to me, and I don't know how quick they actually are. So I was just stressed, and I spent almost an hour just sitting in my car to process because it had taken so long for me to do the test. I had so many emotions. I was so stressed and anxious, and then I was starving and I didn't sleep well. I didn't eat anything. I had coffee for breakfast because I couldn't eat anything. I was anxious again. And then by the time the exam started, which is normally when I would want to eat something, I was in the exam and I couldn't eat, and I didn't bring anything with me. So yeah. What a day. So I got Starbucks as a reward. I got sushi for myself because I love sushi, and that's like a comfort food for me. And I got home and my husband surprised me with a little gift. I believe I showed a little clip of it, but he got me a bag of watermelon Sour Patch, a gift card to Amazon, and a flower. So that made me feel nice. And I have a little bit of a headache, which is probably due to not eating until so late, and then also not sleeping well. But I have a pretty much relaxing night. I have my in-laws are feeding us today, so I don't have to worry about making dinner, and I don't have anywhere to go. I was initially going to go to a Pixie event, which was like grimoire bookmaking, but I already have a grimoire that I'm trying to like eventually get into making and writing pages in for, and I just think mentally I don't want to socialize anymore. I'm so like buzzing. So I think I'm just gonna take it easy for the rest of the day. I have my 2 poems to write. I might catch up on Daisy Jones and the Six. I have tons of reading I could do. I have 2 arcs. I have a book for book club. I have 2 beta reading things. One was just a general feedback that my friend wanted me to read, and another one is an actual like legit beta reading thing that I am doing for somebody else. So I have a lot of things I can do that are creative and completely distant from counseling, and that's what I need today. So I'm happy I took off work. There'd be no way I was going back to work today after this shit, but I'm happy that I had the day and I could just like take it in my own time and not have to worry about anything. So I guess, you know, I can end this saying that I passed, I think. At some point, I guess in the future, I will actually be able to say like, yay, like I have the results, or I suck and I have to take it again. But I think, like I said, just comparing a few results from other people, I have a higher score, so I should have no problems. But yeah, that's me today. So what a week this has been. Very stressful and anxiety producing week, but we're here. And on that note, I am going to end the vlog. I think I've rambled a lot this past week, and I've filled this with a lot of stress. So I feel like this is where we're going to end it. I may or may not continue a vlog for the rest of the week and the last week of Camp Nano. I might be having a like challenge video coming out instead. So I'll decide what to do. But if this is the last vlog of the month, then I hope the rest of your Camp April goes extremely well for you guys. And I hope that if you're not quite at your goals, that you get as close to or exceed them. And until next time, I'll see you then. Bye.